You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
You mean these?
Very well then. Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No.
You're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
It's a Thunderjaw.
Bringing your step today.
Do you have some quests?
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here, and a woman at that.
A
So, you have
woman!
marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right. You're new here.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Personally, you should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not gonna take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
Are you a member?
Me?
Fuck no.
Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
But what are
I'm
these
a little
weapons?
short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
She refuses to let me see the Hunter Lodge weapon, though.
What can I do for you today?
Let me see the Hunter Lodge weapon!
Once you get marks from the trials at every hunting...
This is so bullshit, I wanna know what I get! Oh yeah, more very long knowledge! It contains power! And we know a lot! Yeah, more kill me now, lodgers! By law of the Hunter's Lodge, Section 1, permittable. The hunters in the noblest pursuit of the Sundom save those of the Sun King and the Sun Priest. They hunt his strength, the hunt his honor, the hunt protects, the hunt preserves. What? Number 2. What is the hunt but competition? What is competition without rank, honor, and victory? Competition sucks. The third part, the lodger sends law and lends the law and the law to hunters, so all know who will prevail. Number 4, thus the lodger is not just members, not just the horse of Meridian, it is the spirit of the hunt, a code of honor, an ideal to live by. Number 5, only those of noblest blood can embody the noblest ideals. As such, only Karja males of pure blood may honor the lodge and tend the house because we are racist. Number 6, by the order of Radiance Afkinson 14, Sun King of the Karja. By law 5, section 1 is hence by renounced. Good. Section 2, membership. No hunter shall gain admittance to the lodge without 3 half-suns, 1 at the hunting grounds. See section 5 below. There are two classes of member, hawks being seniors, thrushes being juniors. The rank of thrush can only be gained through sponsorship of a hawk. Each hawk may only sponsor one thrush. There can be only 7 hawks. A thrush can only become a hawk through the death of his sponsor. This does not sound very good for hawks. The hawk who hunt the great prey shall become a sun hawk and lead the lodge. In the event of qualifying of prey is in dispute, the hawk who hunts the first shall remain the first as sun hawk. Only Karja males of pure blood may become thrushes, hawks, or sun hawks. You wrote this in the first part, why did you write it again? By order of the 7th Radiance, 7 is now redacted. Proof of the hunt. The greatest hunts often bear no witnesses, therefore a trophy must be kept. A trophy may be submitted to a hunt sun hawk as proof of victory. A trophy must be intact, undamaged from a recent hunt. The sun hawk shall have full authority in any dispute over trophy's worthiness. Only Karja males. Why do you write this in every fucking thing? You don't need to write it on every single lodger. To protect and preserve a hunt for the sake a hunt number 4-1. Hunter's own sake of nobility. A hunt serves no other blessing by the sun. When we call upon a hawk and thrust must undertake any reasonable hunt asked of them, if it serves to protect the civilians of the Sundom. Sunhawk has sole authority to negotiate any fees or bounties associated with the hunt undertaken by the members of the lodge on behalf of the Sundom. Any profits from the hunters that undertake by members of the lodge on behalf of the Sundom shall be shared among all 7 hawks. Among! Even though it didn't actually say that, I made that up. Administered by the Sunhawk. Why the fuck is this in every single one of them? It's going to be in number 5 too, just to piss me off. For the purpose of training and recruiting the best of the greatest hunters of the lodge shall provide them maintaining hunting grounds. Each hunting ground shall test the different range of skills and through 3 trials crafted by the keepers. Consult with the Sunhawk. There shall be 3 rewards for each trial in ascending order. Hunters who prove themselves by winning the requested number of suns may enlist for special gear at the lodge at the discretion of the Sunhawk. The lodge shall provide funds and construction and maintenance of the trials and facilities in the hunting grounds. The lodge shall receive all profits associated with the sales of ammunition, equipment, and the hunting grounds. Any profits received from the hunting grounds shall be shared among the 7 hawks, because the 7 hawks are fucking thieves. Keepers shall be chosen exclusively by Sunhawks and serve for the term of 7 years. Only Karja males, because every fucking line has to tell you this! I now understand why she was so annoying. Like, that book is fucking infuriating, writing the same rule 5 times.
You work hard as any tribe.
Oh yeah, more knowledge. Scroll The Record of the Redmoor by Inquiry Jormar, historian the Redents of the Hunter Lodge. It is well known that the facts regarding in the connection to become the memory, and the fresh facts themselves are ethereal among the rumours and legends of the South. This is especially true in the case of Redmoor, though the most terrifying Thunderjaw, a machine which is nothing if not legendary. Few who have ever laid eyes have survived, and among them, even fewer can be trusted not to enable their embellish their tables. All said here, I have endeavoured to truthfully chronicle the calamities attribute to this beast, and all the attribute meant and the calamity once and for all. None have succeeded, and as of writing, the terror of the South still roams free, scarred perhaps, but deadly as the day of the sun first shone upon its armoured hide. In the early spring of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jaren, a freehold was destroyed near the hands of the flooded. 9 bodies were recovered, 8 riddled with cannon rounds, 1 flattened completely. No witnesses survived. There had never been proven this is widely thought to be Redmoor's first attack. In the late spring of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jared, an expedition of 4 hunters set out to Sunhome Rock to track down the machine, or machines responsible for the destruction of Freehold. None returned. Their bodies were subsequently found south. 3 of them blasted, 1 stomped. Never proven to be Redmoor's work. Never proven, but thought to be Redmoor's work. This is what happens when you try to fight a savage devilager or monster. Everyone just fucking dies. In the early summer of the 18th year, reign of the Sun King Jared, an expedition of 6 mercenaries set out for the Meridian to track down the machines responsible for the loss of the described above. 1 returned, crushed ribs, cervical fractured. He spoke of a thunderjaw which split a man in half with a single bite. This is the first confirmed sighting of the legendary machine, and one which gave the one which gave it its name. Now it's talking about Hearthstone mercenaries, because 6 mercenaries. In the late summer of the 18th year of the Sun King Jared, an expedition of 8 set off to Meridian to track down Redmoor. None returned. 6 bodies were found near Blackwing's snag. 1 blasted, 3 stomps, 2 eviscerated, 1 swallowed his own tongue, eventually in a spasm of terror suffocating. In the autumn of the 18th year of the Sun King Jared, committed the Hunter's Lodge to set up an expedition south to pursue Redmoor. After numerous lodgings delays, 3 hawks and their threshers set out in winter. Only 1 pair returned, reporting the death of the others. 2 blasted, 1 stomped, 1 decimated. The survivors were sacrificed for cowardice. 1 gutted by a sawtooth, the other skewered by a kestrel. I need to learn what a kestrel is. A kestrel might be the last machine that I'm missing. After this setback, members of the lodge grew weary of the pursuit of the legendary Thunderjaw. Only the proudest hawks even consider it. Aspirants to the lodge, however, foolish in their ambition, eagerly took part in subsequent hunts. In the summer of the 19th reign of the Sun King Jaren, the destruction of the caravan south of Spearfire, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 1 immolated, regained interest in Redmoor. 3 expeditions totaling 15 mercenaries went after the machine, with only 3 survivors. 9 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 eviscerated, 1 liquefied. In the early spring of the 20th year of the Sun King Jared, a cohort of 12 soldiers headed for Raingather to Agra, where they set upon the beast. Only 1 survived, 1 blasted, 1 stomped, 10 crushed, with their fleeing footsteps triggering an avalanche. In the late spring of the 20th year of the Sun King Jared, 3 cohorts of travelling 34 men were sent in search of Redmoor. Alas, they were ambushed by stalkers, and only 4 survived. 24 snapped, 6 exploded. Understandably, this ended the pursuit for Redmoor for some time. In the summer of the first year of the Sun King Jared, a group of 6 Oram traders were attacked by a beast. 1 blasted, 3 stomps, 1 split in a ravine. The lone survivor pretended I can't say what it is, petrified Captain Elisa to send a vanguard after the monster, but the request was denied. However, 3 additional expeditions composing of mercenaries and hunters aspiring to the lodge were subsequently commissioned. Autumn, 7 men blasted, 3 stomped, 1 tripped on a stone and died, and 1 survived. Winter. Nice, it's getting shorter. 9 men, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 2 died from frost from maligma, 2 survived. Spring, 11 men, 5 blasted, 1 stomped, 3 retreated off a cliff, otherwise meaning yeet, 2 survived. Last known sighting of Regmore occurred in spring of the 3rd year of the reign of the Sun King Arid. Frask, the hawk of the lodge, got word of a sighting near Thunderhead, and set off to take the beast on his own. His first Talaman arrived at the scene too late. Just as Tarek was dying of his wounds, multiple permalations, Taro testified that Redmore was lumbering off through the trees. She could see the spear of her mentor embedded in its hide. Oh, that was actually kind of cool though. I like the fact that they just described how everyone fucking died. And I like the fact that it was a good reference to Monster Hunter and to Hearthstone Mercenaries. Even though Hearthstone Mercenary was not even made at this point. Oh yeah, more Red Module lore. Legendary hunts. Legendary hunts at the lodge. In the summer of the 4th year of the reign of the Sun King Marzid, did Forask's Sunhawk of the lodge behold a herd of grazers so vast that it filled the entire valley below far back. His bow was harped that day, strumming a melody of the hunt from noon to twilight. After one could not walk for a single step across the glen without tripping on the antlers of the fallen, it took all 7 hawks and all 7 thrushes to gather the trophies, and with the bounty from the bartering, those last wings of the lodge were raised. In the winter of the 17th year, a reign of the Sun King Havis, did Durvisk, hawk of the lodge, stalk a herd of tramplers from Sandwinter Valley to the foothills of the Pale March. Bombs from his sling fell as hailstones, freezing his prey and the waters of the ford, while the others stood as statues in ice. Havis set upon the largest, driving his spear between its place and taking his trophies before the rest could even stir. In the spring of the 3rd year of the reign of the Sun King Jared, as the machines of the wild grew more dangerous, did Karam the hawk of the lodge answer the call from the Perfect at the Day Tower to slay the mysterious creature who ripped his best cohorts limb from limb. 4 days and 4 nights he tracked his quarry through the savage east, before the brute was revealed, a strong snapjaw, fast as a strider from the twilight to midnight. The battle raged, but Kara prevailed at great cost to his left arm, chewed ragged at the joint. Thus his name, the beast Sawtooth, as he took the trophy from the shattered remains. In the autumn of the 8th year, the reign of the Sun King Jared, as the machines of the wild grew even more dangerous, did Gowland, hawk of the lodge, follow the shimmering hunt of the freehold in the jungle's jewel. Under the triangle canopy, the hunt became the hunted. Glimpsed in the shadow more of the eerie lights, till he was surrounded by machines he named stalkers. Long was the fight, though the underground to safety of the all-right, but along the way he turned his bow to his pursuer, and became the first to snare a trophy from which walks the glittering shadow. In the summer of the 13th year of the reign of the Sun King Jared, as the machines of the wild grew even more deranged, did Aris, the Sunhawk of the lodge, dare to tread the path of the broken trees, following the wake of the terrible thing that laid waste to the foothold of morning light, and so he was the first to face the mighty Thunderjaw, greatest of the machines that walk the earth. With spear and bomb and arrow, brave Aris fought to no avail, and only triumphant by turning the Terror's own cannons against it. The carcass of the beast now hangs in the lodge for all to see, so enshrined because of the fall turned hawk to Sunhawk. I have to admit, I think the rock borers are more deadly than Thunderjaws. The fact that you can knock off the Thunderjaw weapons makes them so much easier. Like, they're actually the easiest of the big monsters.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Well, she did fail her previous master, so... because we did read about her in that So Talala, I hear that you're trash! Where are you, Talala? Give them hell.
You're Talana? Assis said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
How does one become a hawk?
When
already
a
read.
hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Assis.
The highest ranking asshole... Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. And that's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first, becomes the Sunhawk.
So as long as I kill Red Maw, I become the Sunhawk.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me. What do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me.
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
Where are the felines? You're a shit hunter lodge. You don't even have felines to make the meals.
Had enough of work. And enough of my family.
Oh yeah, more knowledge. It doesn't know, but god damn it, these books are so long! 7 articles of the sun. Over all the world rises the setting great sun. Rise and sets the great sun. As plainly seen to all planets, animals, machines, and man, it gives life as plenty seen. Of all the tribes, none have scaled high as Kaja, has guided by the sun. Witness these things to be true each day. Celebrating these things each day, we believe the sun and light gladly, without question. Yeah, but that's the problem. Don't believe in the light. Never put all your faith in the light. The light will betray you at the worst possible moment. Second, only the sun, rightful heir, born of the radiant line that dates back to Ahriman, the founder, is the speaker of the sun. To him the sun's desires are revealed, and his lips its desires are acted upon by men. He shall know as the Sun King, and and his word shall be law, as in Lore. The word of Malagos is law. In all things we accept the sun's judgment. We offer our bare skins to it, so it might burn us away. We take part in the renewal. We wear the heat for all time. I hate heat, it's so annoying. Cold is much better. As our skin bears its flush, it bronzes our armor and makes us strong. It crackles away at our skin, peeling away our old selves and making us new. In the sun's light we shall speak only truth. We shall strike only the righteous, and we shall act in the way that believe the sun tasks us. When shadow falls across us, we shall always remember our illumination. We shall not cast blame for the ill fortune we shall endure. In the coldness of the moon we accept the stillness and death and ending until dawn comes once more. We do this because there are two halves of nature, sun and shadow, and denying one is denying the whole thing. As twilight time comes before us, ending the world of ancients, so shall the twilight time come again, for the cycle of things. The buried shadows shall rise up and eclipse the sun's light, ushering a great terrible change. Hey, that sounds like what's happening in this game. Even knowing this, we are steadfast in our belief, and trust that the sun will again bring a new dawn, as it did for our founders long ago. Holy Meridian shall forever be the seat of the Carja, the city of the sun, the spires venerated as the mark of the founding. A Sun King born of the radiant line shall always sit upon its throne, for without a speaker of the sun it is clouded forever. Either of these invite the twilight upon us. Clearly, the Carja are the children of the sun, and predetermined in its gaze, but so too does its light touch upon the barbaric tribes of the north and east and south. It is the speaker of the sun's duty to interpret the sun's gaze, direct its approval or reproach. So determines the duty of the Carja to carry out the sun's will, even in places where the light does not reach. Put your faith in the blight. The faceless one. It's probably the same guy I talked to before. It's not.
I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this?
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Carja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Carja rituals to Carja stone. But there are obstacles. And while Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now. Utaru lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glinthawks perch there, drawn to the spires shining,
So, clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
I believe we've been to the 2 machine places, but it won't have counted, no doubt. The Ritual of Karma!
Come on, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No. But it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh. Maybe the Karja and Nora aren't so different.
Wolves.
You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried. In the end. He said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Yeah,
Where's
bruh.
your brother now?
Dead.
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope. He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You lost someone you loved too. I'm sorry.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
Like I said, that's why they took part of it. They were like, if you don't take part in it, you fucking
I'll
die.
do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
Alright, honor the fallen, lest they be lost forever. The law things are taking a toll on me though. Got that much reading. Maybe I just shouldn't put so much effort into the reading. Hello, witnesses. Tell me the law.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
It's a
Sure
sword.
did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you. He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
Most of the commoners take the elevators back down to the village at night.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? I'll have you know there's no pussy.
If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward.
Wait, have we ended up at the King's Castle?
No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by. Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah, almost crashed into me too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Convenient drop-off.
I would have thought you'd eat it into the water, but oh well.
Just a few more hours, then I can get it.
Maybe I can get a drink at some point. Hello there, I hear that you dropped a sword.
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Wow.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't
Wow.
matter if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay.
She's trying to
Guess
kill
I
me
should
off.
Go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
Now where's that sun priest though? Is that the watermill? That's the watermill, that's probably the sun priest. Is that the sun priest? Yeah, that's the sun priest here. No, the sun priest is this one. Where the fuck is the sun priest? Fuck's sake, where's Free? There he is. Is that the entrance? I might just pass by the sun priest rather than take the lift.
Sure as the sun's rising, he's courting that noble girl.
So they like bashing their spears on the floor, don't they? I hate the sea. I can't navigate it, it's so confusing!
City safe.
Can you stop bashing the spears on the floor? It's actually getting really annoying now. Oh yeah, and I have to kill machines with proximity mines. It can't even be humans. But I suppose I want to go into more ruins. Ruins contain so much lore. And usually lore that reads itself. Now where the fuck's that sun priest? Where the fuck's that piece of shit? Gonna bash your spell on the floor? Yep.
This must be the Shrine of Kings that Milan told me about.
He shouts at me. Osram slaves built that thing.
You're not sun priest.
Now, it's a public monument, not his private shrine.
Every time I go near the statue, he shouts.
You won't get in there. That dried up old prune in a robe sees to that.
I can be persuasive. But what does an Oseram want with a Karja shrine anyway?
It reminds me of someone. Gone 2 years now. But what does a girl like you know of loss?
It's a pretty shitty
Try
meme.
me.
I had a lover. Worked on monuments to their bastard king. Then he gave them a show in their sun ring for good measure. The Karja gave me back his broken bones, but what use are they? They won't build again. They won't make me smile.
And seeing a statue of the Mad Sun King will?
I need to see his work again. The marks his hands carved. The set of the metals they hammered. That's the soul of him. But that shriveled up old priest won't let me near it.
I'll see what I can do.
Hello there, you annoyingly
Turn
priest.
away, child.
Hat.
The abiding Jahaman wishes to be alone in his retreat.
If you want to be alone, go someplace else. Others want to pray here.
Defile it, you mean? Yet another debasement of what was once pure. Truly, our tribe has lost the light. Our king is false, our temple is corrupt, and our soldiers weak. The sun hastens across the sky for shame.
And yet you're one of the few people who's literally not burned to a crisp. Your skin is so pale.
So the Karja have become impure? What does that even mean?
Is Meridian not meant for those who built it, who made it great? It was pure before outlander squatters took it over.
You mean Meridian was pure when the outsiders were in cages or dying in your arena?
The pure, child. It is not our place to question its divine will, only to act upon it.
Why do you think your army is weak? Because you're not at war with everyone?
A Karja throne relying on forged dirt mercenaries? Preposterous! The so-called liberation was nothing but a purge. Our most blessed warriors, chased out of the city, exiled to Sunfall and the Forbidden West. Our tribe is torn. The ones who walked in light now go by shadow.
And yet everyone but you seems happy they're gone. You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of its priests?
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
I thought Avad taking the throne was the sun's will.
The boy dishonored his father, dishonored us all. To kill a sun king, what shadow, what twilight time he brought upon us.
And how many more would the mad Sun King have killed if Avad hadn't stopped him?
The sun called for blood. There was no choice but to obey.
Cloth on his head looks like the those like Twilight guards in the Skyward Sword. You know, like when you're in the Twilight Realm, there's those guards that like attack you whenever you like touch the water or stuff like that. His helmet looks like one of them.
I'm done arguing with you. Stay or go, but I won't allow you to keep others away.
I am here by the will of the sun.
But he does have authority here. Honestly, I'm tempted to go this one just because change has already happened, so...
If you won't accept change, you should try to make peace with it. Your bitterness has poisoned you.
I have no need of your pity.
I wasn't offering it. But if you step aside, you can keep your pride, since it's so important to you.
There'll be a reckoning.
You'll back away from it.
Is it just me? Do Karja people walk slow? They have places to be?
Among Us. He's taking a piss on the statue. He was desecrating it.
Gave them the best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for honoring my wish.
I hope you can find peace.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, any more than the Karja do.
Here's to Avad, huh? He may dress a bit too fancy, but he's made a place in the Sundom for the Oscar.
Alright, so where are we going now? These two are actually very close together. They're like, Outlanders. Everyone else is like, Sun Fanatics. Also, if we can get more ruins, we can find more rats, and then I can upgrade my shirt. Problem is, they're using bomb proximity mines on birds. Not gonna work too well. Time to retake the rock. Or maybe just kill the crocodiles, I don't know.
This must be the sun's prime, where the Bannock wants to paint his mark.
Maybe the birds will stay dead. No, that one's undead. Oh wait, I could use my proximity mines on the watchers. Fucking hell. How are you not burning? I can't see it for some reason. Okay, that one might land close. Shit, got caught in a bush. Okay.
You were a better hunter than I. I'll paint the mark while the spirits of the Glinthawks linger.
There'll be more where they came from.
Yes, there will always be more machines. Their spirits find new bodies, but we only last as long as memory. That's why I must leave this story. A monument to our vanished shamans, to the wisdom the Karja bled from us. The machine oil in the paint will preserve it. Preserve their memory against all the... You have my thanks, Hunter.
Okay, and then the last shrine. So these mines might be a little annoying to blow up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Lose all my food. I don't remember Glinthawks being annoying before. I remember them being easy. Maybe the memory file's corrupted.